What's up, everybody? Today we're going to be taking a look at the Boss Super Overdrive SD-1 by Boss. This is a cheap pedal. It only costs about $30 used, $40 to $50 brand new, and it's Boss's take on an Ibanez tube screamer. It cuts out low and chops off the highs, and it's supposed to simulate a tube amp. It's basically like a tube screamer. It boosts the mids and you get a little drive, and just like the tube screamer, there's a little bit of clean signal mixed in with the drive for a little bit of clarity. The amps that you would use this pedal on are typically more American sounding amps like Fender or Mesa Boogie, because they have more of a scoopier mid-range, and this pedal is going to bring back some of the mids, give it a boost and a little bit more drive. The amp we're going to be using is the Earth Sound Research G2000 from 1973. It's a clone of a black face Fender dual Showman. It's 2-channel, and it's got a reverb channel with a vibrato. We're running the amp and this B52 412. It's a cheap 412, but with a little bit of tweaking, I was able to dial in a decent sound out of it. Alright, I'm going to show you a few ways how to use the Boss SD-1. The first way I'm going to do it, I'm going to turn my tube amp up to get a little grit going in the amp itself. And then I'm going to basically leave the drive all the way down and the level max for a clean boost. It's going to bring some of the mids. It's going to give it a little bit more gain, but it's still going to be touch sensitive and responsive to the touch. The second way I'm going to use the Boss SD-1 is by turning the amp clean by shutting the boost off. And then I'm going to turn up the gain on the pedal and use only the drive on the pedal. So those are the two ways I'm going to use the SD-1. Alright, this is the SD-1 with the gain all the way down and the level all the way up, going into my Earth amp, which is on the edge of breakup. Set up like this, the SD-1 pushes the Earth amp a little bit harder. It gives it a tad bit more gain. The sound, it definitely adds mids back. It doesn't sound distorted. It sounds really sustained. But when you hit chords is when it starts to really overdrive. But on leads, it just sounds like clean almost, but so sustained. And then when you hit chords, it starts to break up. Alright, so let's now take a look at what the SD-1 sounds like going into the amp clean, but the SD-1's providing all the dirt, so the amp won't be breaking up at all. It'll be clean, and the SD-1's going to be providing all the gain. Alright, this is a setting for my SD-1. I still got the level cranked, the tone at the same, but I do have the drive up about 7 o'clock. I got my amp on 2 on the volume right now, so it won't be breaking up at all. Alright, let's see what it sounds like. Okay, running into the amp clean. It seems a little bit brighter. It seems a little bit like faster response too. You can hear some of the clean signal mixed in. Alright, my opinion so far is both ways of putting it into the amp sounds good. Running the amp clean while the SD-1 provides most of the gain. It's a little bit brighter sounding. Almost as much sustain as it would be if the amp was dirty, but a little bit less. It's a little bit more neutral sounding when the amp's clean, it sounds like to me, anyway. But I like them both, honestly. Both of them sound good. So overall, I really like the SD-1. It's a good budget overdrive pedal. I have no complaints about it, honestly. It just sounds great. I really enjoy it. It does sound good. It really helps get a little more out of my amp, you know. I would definitely recommend this pedal. So if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.